My name is Shimon, and here we are to continue with the yoga clips, as Jacqui already gave you a few, and today we're going to focus on standing postures. This practice for our student in Melbourne and for the student in King Island to maintain a practice in this time. Like any other time, we need to practice yoga, and of course in these days we need it more than ever. So let's get started. We start with the fold virasana. It's a down facing yoga pose, a beautiful, nice, quiet pose to start, just to soften the hips and to extend the spine. Rest the forehead. Most of you familiar with this pose. Spread the fingers, separate the palms a little bit wider than the shoulders, and sit the hips back with the buttocks down to the heels as much as you can. And of course, if anybody needs the extra support to rest the forehead on the brick, you always can do that. Resting the forehead on the brick. If the head can't reach all the way down, there's no point to squeeze the shoulders to the neck. So find the comfort in the pose and slowly challenge yourself to go further whenever you're ready, or just stay with the forehead on the brick. Beautiful. Coming out of this, and we go straight from here to the half fold bend. We're going to use a chair. A beautiful pose to stretch the hamstring. So very important to focus on alignment and technique as well in our yoga practice. Standing in a reasonable distance from the chair, separate the feet the width of the hips and turn the heels out, the outside of the feet parallel to each other, and so much awareness to lift those arches, not to collapse like that. Now here we lock the legs, work the legs strong, so the patella, the kneecap engaged to the knee joints, the hands to the hips, elbows back. We tilt the pelvis to stick the buttocks out. Inhale, and with the exhalation, look forward and extend the chest forward. And just keep extending yourself forward, and then reach to the chair. Hold on to the chair, adjust the chair if you need to. And here we are, bending halfway forward. Continue to work the legs strong and continue the tilt of the pelvis. Don't do that. Really lift the sitting bones and extend your body, extend the arms forward and push the hips back. Beautiful start. Look at the feet, spread the toes, maintain the lift of the arches. Doing this pose for as long as you're comfortable, half a minute, longer, and we can come up and repeat this pose again if you like. Bend the knees and inhale, step forward to come up and loosen up a little bit. Let's have another go of this pose. This time have the two legs of the chair on the mat and hold on to the chair like that. Get your chest lower down and walk yourself back. Push the hips back, away back from the armpits, and make sure your feet, your ankles below the hips. Continue the action of work the legs, tilt the pelvis. You can bend the knees a little bit, because as we bend the knees we ease the tension from the hamstring, but we keep tilt the pelvis to lift the sitting bones higher. Inhale, and with the exhalation, straight the legs. Beautiful. Stretch, don't undermine this pose. Even if you are flexible, it does give you a nice stretch. Okay, once again, bend the knees, tilt the pelvis, get the floating ribs lower between the thighs. Inhale, and with the exhalation, straight the legs. Coming out of the pose, bend the knees and step forward, and just get rid of the chair out of the way here, and we go from here to downward dog. Okay, so let's do the quick preparation here. Sit with the toes curled under and buttocks down to the heels. Extend to the arms. Push the mat, literally push the mat. Stretch out the mat, push it forward and rest the forehead down if you can, or close enough. And from here, come up to all fours. Lift to the arms. Inhale, release the knees from the ground and stick the buttocks higher. Push the mat down and forward push the hips up and back. Looking at the knees, inhale, and with the exhalation, straight the legs, lock the knees. Look at the feet, inhale, and with the exhalation, release the heels down to complete your dog pose. So keep engaged and keep pushing against the gravity here, getting the heels all the way down or not, it doesn't matter. Try to turn the heels out, if anything. Don't collapse the heels towards each other. Very, very active we are in the pose. We're really pushing against the gravity. So easy, we can do it wrong and just collapsing into the joints. Very well, we can come down to rest a little bit and refresh yourself. So when we practice yoga, we can have in a class all sorts of different level of people, and some people need to rest in between. You're welcome to rest, other people just continue. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do the dog. We're not going to stop so much. We go from the dog to the plank. From the plank we go to up face dog. We're going to do it a few times, and even we're going to do the chaturanga as well. Okay, so let's go to the pre-pose. And from here, come up to all fours. Inhale, exhale, release the knees, lifting. Going into the pose a little bit quicker here. Look at the knees. Inhale, exhale, straight the legs, lock the knees. Look at the feet. Inhale, exhale, release the heels down. Very active in the pose. Now going from here to the pose of the plank. Inhale, reaching forward and hold yourself just like that. Holding with the tailbone into the body. We go back to dog from here. Inhale, exhale, going back to Ardha Mukha Svanasana, down with dog. And again, inhale, going to the plank. And for those of you who like to do the up face dog, tailbone into the body more. Inhale, release the hips and look straight ahead. Lift the crown of the head to the ceiling. Continue to work the legs strong. Don't let the knees to collapse. Inhale and go back. With the exhalation, back to downward dog. Very good. If somebody have to stop to rest, you can. If you want to continue, inhale to the plank. And some people go from here to the up face dog. Other people like to go to the chaturanga. Inhale, exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, up face dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. So either way, just doing it separately, dog, the plank, the up face dog, or combine the chaturanga. Let's try another chaturanga here. Together, inhale, moving forward with the shoulders above the wrist. Exhale, bending elbows. Inhale, up face dog. Exhale, back to downward dog. Beautiful. Now from here we can walk the hands towards the feet, towards pose called Uttanasana. And if you have to bend the knees to get there, you're welcome. And some people have to use the brick, so don't be shy to use the brick. On the high side, on the low side, whatever it is for you to do. A beautiful pose to stretch the hamstring, obviously. Getting yourself even further, even lower if you wish. Work to your own capacity, really. Every person should know himself better than anybody else, really. It's your job to know yourself, to know your body. Very well, we're gonna come out of this, bend the knees, inhale, lift the head, and coming up nice and safe. So we go from here straight to standing postures. Good to have the bricks close by, just behind you on the carpet. We go to the pose of Tadasana. Tadasana is the base of all the standing postures. Standing nice and tall in Tadasana. Make sure you distribute the weight even from the heels to the toes, from the inner foot to the outer foot, nice and balanced. Grab the legs, lift the chest, tailbone slightly into the body, lift the chest, lift the shoulders, and draw the shoulders back. Keep the chest up to the chin and release the shoulders down, palm facing towards the body. Tadasana. We go to a pose called Trikonasana, the triangle pose. It's a side stretch. Now, if you wish to jump, you're very welcome. If it's not for you to jump, you simply step apart. So inhale, jump or step apart. Now, already making sure the stand is nice and wide and big enough. So imagine a line from the wrist down to the ankles. You don't want the stand to be too short. Outside of the feet parallel to each other. From here we turn the right foot 90 degrees to the right, check, and the left heel 10-15 degrees up. From here, inhale, raise your right arm, exhale, stretch out to the side. Remember, it's a side stretch, and reach to where you're comfortable. Not everybody able to reach all the way down to the ankle, so don't be shy to be somewhere on the shin, mid shin or high shin, and bring the top hand to the hip to peel the hip. Now, if you can, look to the top shoulder, look up, and raise the hand to the ceiling. If you have any neck issue, please don't look up, just look straight forward and keep extend the neck, extend the ears away from the shoulders. Remember, it's a side stretch, so do not let the buttocks to stick out. Push your body into the body. Beautiful. From here we come up, inhale, coming all the way up and face to the center. Feet, toes facing to the center. Take a breath here before we do the other side. We're going to turn to the left. Then the left foot, check, 90 degrees, and the back heel, 10-15 degrees out. Chest stay to the center. Inhale, raise the left arm and reach out to the side. Reach to the shin somewhere. People who are advanced and able to go further, go all the way to the ankle, need to be so much higher towards the top shin or even above the knee if it's necessary. Honest with yourself when you practice yoga, that's so important. Look up if you can, or looking straight forward. And keep extend the neck. Don't let the head to drop like that. It's not good for your neck. Just keep extend the neck. Even advanced students can have a neck issue, and while they're doing a pose as such, not to look up, look straight forward. We're coming out of it. Inhale, coming all the way up, face to the center, hands to the chest, narrow the stand to make it easy to jump. Inhale, jump or step back to Tadasana. Take a couple of breaths. In Tadasana. Going from here to much more powerful pose, Warrior Two. Beautiful pose to build up strength in the legs, and nice way to open the hips, the pelvis area. Again, jumping or stepping. Hands to the chest, inhale, jump or step. This time, if anything, the stand even a little bit wider. Push out to the fingers and turn the right foot. Check, 90 degrees. And the back heel, lift the heel of the ground and take the heel 10-15 degrees out. Chest stay to the center, so do not turn your chest that way. Keep facing your chest to the front. Keep the pelvis square, the shoulders, the arms pushing out. Now heel, take a deep, long inhalation. And with the exhalation, just bend the knee. Make sure as you bend the knee, you're not leaning towards the knee. Keep your trunk straight. Now take another breath here. Inhale. And second exhalation, bend the knee even more. Now keep pushing out to the fingers. Try to bend the knee deep enough to a square. Make sure the knee not collapsing in. Keep the knee pushing out and holding on to the pose and breathe and breathe. Ideally, we try to hold the pose for at least half a minute. So much of holding the body straight, you can look to your right if you like. A time to come out of the pose. Inhale, coming up and face to the center. Feet, toes to the center, and take a breath here before we do the other side. Okay, inhale, turn your left foot 90 degrees, check, always check, and the back heel, lift and 10-15 degrees out. Okay, taking a deep, long inhalation and bend the knee with the exhalation. Another breath. Inhale Exhale, bend the knee, nice and deep for the second time. I believe 2 nice long breaths help us to get nice and deep into this powerful pose. Breathing and breathing along, less and less to stick the buttocks out, tailbone into the body, keep the shoulders square, bend the knee enough so the knee actually above the ankle. Keep pushing out to the fingers, be active with the arms as well, and release the shoulders, keep your neck soft and neutral. Inhale, coming up, face to the center, hands to the chest, nail the stand, jump or step, coming back to Tadasana. Opportunity to breathe, to settle down a little bit between the poses in Tadasana. Yes, we can take the opportunity to rest a little bit, but still holding ourselves together in Tadasana and stay focused. We're going to a pose of Parshvakonasana, and here it's good to use our bricks. So have those bricks just to the far corner of the mat, nearly towards the end, just about there. That's a good way to measure. And those bricks are going to be a great help. To do our Parshvakonasana pose, we actually need to go through the same warrior 2 we just done. We're not going to stay in the pose for very long. We're just passing through. Shall we? Hands to the chest, inhale, jump or step. Just as well, the same wide stand as before, turning the right foot 90 degrees and the back heel 10-15 degrees up. So first of all, we're actually going to our warrior 2. Inhale and bend the knee for the first time. Inhale and bend the knee nice and deep for the second time to warrior 2. From here, inhale, stretch out to the side, reach to the brick and actually bring the brick to touch the foot and bring your top hand to the hip. Now make sure you bend the knee to a square and push the knee against the arm. Peel the top hip and peel the top shoulder back, look up and raise the hand to the ceiling. Turn the palm to the head, inhale, exhale, go over to complete the pose. Now of course, some people can afford to go lower on the brick. That's okay. Be honest with yourself when you practice yoga. Revolve. Really try to lift the top shoulder armpits behind you as much as you can. Again, in this pose, if there is any neck issue, not to look up, look straight forward. You can be an advanced student with the neck problem. You still need to look forward, not to look up. We're coming up through warrior 2. Inhale all the way from here, all the way up, and face to the center. Take a breath here before we do the other side. Turning to the left. And your left foot, check. The back heel, 10-15 degrees up. Chest to the center. Taking a deep, long inhalation again. And bend the knee for the first time. Again, inhale. And bend the knee nice and deep for the second time. Going to Parshvakonasana from here. Inhale, raise the arm, reach out, bring the brick and the top hand to the hip straight away. Now, spending a little bit of time to adjust yourself, we do need to bend the knee to a square. This is not bending enough, and this is just collapsing too much. Make sure you push the knee to the arm, peel the hip back, look up if you can, reach up, turn the palm, inhale, exhale, go over to complete the pose. Again, any neck issue, not to look up. Keep extend from the back heel to the tip of the fingers to the top hand. And look up and take the top shoulders. Turn the bow of the chest to the ceiling more. Breathe and breathe and breathe all along. Inhale, we're coming through warrior 2. All the way up, face to the center, hands to the chest, nail the stand, jump or step, Tadasana. Beautiful. Going to a pose called Parsvottanasana. This time we're going to use our bricks again. And we have our bricks on the right side, like so. from the top corner, from standing up, from lying down actually, standing up. Okay, let's go together. From Tadasana, inhale, jump or step. Hands to the hips. Turn your right foot 90 degrees. This time the back heel 10-15 degrees back, it's not enough. We actually need to lift the back heel of the ground completely and take the heel about 60 degrees back more. This is the time to square the pelvis. So we are facing our chest all together to our right foot. Okay, square the pelvis, square the shoulders, and maintain ground to the back heel. The back heel to the ground as much as you can. We're going to bend properly from the hips. Inhale, create a little bit more weight to the back heel. Exhale, look forward and reach forward. Extend your body forward. Look down and reach to those bricks to support yourself. Now don't rush to go too far too quick. Make sure you square the pelvis. It's always the challenge in this pose to keep the pelvis square. The left hip want to go back too much. We need to really encourage to push it forward. Again, some people can afford to go further or even no bricks at all. It's something you need to find out about yourself. So much of ground the back heel. Happy to stay in a pose, wish to go further. Inhale, extend yourself forward, even with the bricks. Extend yourself as far as forward as you can, or without the bricks. I leave that to you. Don't fight. It's much better to be a little bit higher and extend the crown of the head forward instead of forcing the head down. We don't like that. Okay, coming out of the pose, some people have a back issue and they have to bend the front knee a little bit. Inhale, coming up and face to the center. We do need to take the bricks to the other side. Same thing. And we're going to turn ourselves to the left. Left foot 90 degrees. The back heel completely to lift the heel of the ground and take the heel far back. But we do need to establish good contact with the back heel on the ground. Elbows back to keep the chest open. A little bit weight to the back heel, inhale. And with the exhalation, bending forward from the hips, look down and reach down to the bricks, high bricks, low bricks, or no bricks at all. I leave that to you. Square the pelvis. That's really, really important here. Square the pelvis. Extend your chest forward. More conservative approach, just to look down and to extend the crown of the head forward. Extend the neck, extend the ears away from the shoulders. So much of pressing the ball of the big toe, the front foot, down to the mat. Breathe and breathe and breathe all along. Standing posture's got this quality of grounding ourselves. Okay, any back issue, bend the front knee to come up. Inhale, coming up, face to the center, hands to the chest, jump or step, Tadasana. Beautiful pose, very stretchy kind of a pose. And now we go back to a powerful pose, one of the warrior one. Okay, bricks out of the way, we don't need the bricks. Tadasana. Inhale, jump or step. From here, we can have the variation with the hands on the hips. More advanced student can keep the arms parallel to the ground. And the palms up to the ceiling. And inhale, raise the arms straight up to the ceiling again. Some student who not as advanced, they can keep the hands on the hips. We're turning to the right. Right foot to the right. And again, the back heel, the same as in the pose before, far back more. So we can really square the pelvis this way towards the right foot. Okay, from here, making sure to stand even wider if we need to. A little bit weight to the back heel. Inhale. And with the exhalation, bend the knee for the first time. If we need to adjust, we can juggle the back foot back a little bit more. And a little bit weight to the back heel. Inhale. And with the exhalation, bend the knee nice and deep for the second time. Keep the wrist above the shoulders and shoulders above the hips. So those of you who start the pose with the hands on the hips, definitely it's a time now to raise the arms to the ceiling. Keep pushing the left shoulder forward to keep the shoulders and the chest and the pelvis square. We're coming up. Inhale, coming up, face to the center. People who need to keep the hands on the hips, please do so. Other, keep the arms straight up. We're facing to the opposite side, facing to the left. The back heel to lift off the ground completely and far back move. A little bit weight to the back heel, inhale, and with exhalation, bend the knee for the first time. A little bit weight to the back heel, inhale, and with the exhalation, bend the knee deep for the second time. Those of you who have the hands on the hips, time to raise the arms. Saying that, some people, for all sorts of issues, rather to keep the hands on the hips in this pose, that's fine too. Breathe and breathe and breathe and breathe all along. We're coming out of the pose. Inhale, coming up, face to the center, hands to the chest, nail the stand, jump or step, back to Tadasana. A strong pose, nice to quiet the system down, beautiful. Breathing and breathing and breathing along. Now we go to a pose called Parvarita Trikonasana. It's a twist. This pose can be challenging, so we give option to make the pose a little bit modified for those of you who need that. Okay, we go back to use our bricks again. Same as before, from the corner, lie down and standing up. Okay, Tadasana. Inhale, jump or step. Hands to the hip. Turn to the right. Back heel, lift completely off the ground, take the heel far back. So again, here we are again facing our chest all together to the right side. Okay, inhale, lean to the back heel a little bit. Exhale, bending forward from the hips and going to the same pose we just done before, as Uttanasana. Now, you can stay in the pose if this is as far as you can go at the moment, that's fine. Those of you who wish to challenge themselves a little bit further, bring your outside of the foot brick to touch the foot. Swap your left hand to the brick and your right hand to the hip. Now even to get to here, for some people it's enough. Enjoy that. Just keep pushing yourself up away from the ground. Bury the brick and push your chest away from the brick. And see if you can lift the top shoulder more. Those of you can look to the back, or those of you can look up to the top shoulder and raise the hand to the ceiling. Bury the brick with one hand and reach with the other. Breathe and breathe and breathe and breathe all along. Too much on the neck, don't look up, just look back. We're coming back to the bricks, and from here coming all the way up, face to the center. Time to take the bricks to the other side. Let's do the pose to the other side, the left side. And the left foot. Lift the back heel completely, the heel far back, and square the pelvis. Give yourself a good start. Keep the pelvis nice and square, and the back heel actually as much as you can touch to the ground. Lean to the back heel, inhale. Exhale, bending forward from the hips, reach to the bricks. Same as before. Advanced student can maybe afford to go on the lower side of the bricks. Some people don't need the bricks at all, but be honest with yourself. Again, bring the brick to the outside of the front foot. Swap your right hand to the brick and the left hand to the second behind you. Push yourself away from the brick. lift and make your arm longer. Lift the top shoulder and keep turning, and look up if you can to raise the head, or just looking straight back if you have a neck issue. Now bury the brick with one hand and really reach with the other, and try to move the shoulders away from the neck. We don't want to squeeze the shoulders to the neck like that. Wide shoulders. Breathe and breathe and breathe, and breathe all along. We're coming back to the bricks. One thing at a time, coming back always in a reverse way. Inhale, coming all the way up, face to the center, hands to the chest, narrow the stand, jump or step back to Tadasana. So we're going to finish the standing postures. We're going to do the last of the standing postures, Parsarita Pedal Tadasana. This is a beautiful pose to ground ourselves more. We have 2 feet on the ground, we have 2 hands on the ground, and some of you maybe be able to have a head on the ground or on the brick. So you got 4 or 5 points on the ground. Very well grounded you are. After the standing postures, it's a beautiful pose to do. Now for those of you who need any bricks, if you know yourself by now, whatever combination you need the brick to your head, and some people don't need anything at all. From Tadasana, we jump or step. Make sure the stand just as big and wide and healthy stand, no more, no less, and warrior 2. So it's not the kind of a pose which we really need to go too wide. As we go wider with the feet, a lot of people find it easy to reach down, but that's not the point. The feet, the stand should be as wide as warrior 2. Outside of the feet parallel to each other, engage with the arches here as well, not to collapse. So see if you can have better contact with the outside of the feet down to the mat. We're bending forward from the hips, so hands to the hips, elbows back. Inhale, lift the chest, tilt the pelvis, stick the buttocks out, exhale and stick the chest forward and look forward and reach forward. Don't rush, just keep going forward and then reach all the way down. Not to be shy, if some of you have to use the bricks for more height, do that. If you're comfortable with no bricks, and some of you even willing to go further down into the pose. So if you wish to go further, make sure you take your hands, your palms back between the arches, have the palms the width of the shoulders. Inhale, lift the head, the chest. Exhale, bend from the hips, push the mat forward. So you encourage you to get yourself lower down, get the head all the way down if you can, or rather do a brick or even high brick or even more if it's necessary. So find out where you need to be. Now hold on to the pose. We're not doing any right or left, just straight forward. Keep engaged, keep breathing. Try to have this distance from the ears to the shoulders. Don't squeeze the shoulders to the neck. Lift the shoulders away from the ears. Find some quiet and peace in this pose. With the head, rest on the head. On the ground, on the brick, the brain rest, the nerve system rest, nerve system settle down. That's one of the reasons why I like to do this pose in the end of the standing posture. Time to come out of the pose. Inhale, lift the head, walk the hands forward below the shoulders. Not to be shy to come to the bricks if you need to. Bend the knees, narrow the stand, and slowly, slowly coming up, jumping back or stepping to Tadasana. Starting the standing postures in Tadasana and finishing in Tadasana. Beautiful practice. Standing postures keep you fit and strong. Work on all sorts of different parts of the body, hips and back and shoulders and hamstring and thighs. It's the poses of the standing postures cover so much part of our body, really. From here, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna do a little bit of a twist. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna sit actually in Dandasana. Dandasana is the base of all the sitting poses. We're gonna sit on the brick. Sitting on the brick, we gain more height. Sitting nice and tall and lift the chest. From here, you're gonna bend your right knee and bring the heel to the brick, to the groin, and lift the chest. Inhale, you're gonna raise your left arm and turn to the right and bring the elbow outside the knee and have the hand in the stop sign. If this is too much, you can hold on to the knee like that. Inhale, lift and turn to your right, and just take it easy when it's come to the neck. Don't overdo the neck. And every now and then, if anything, bring the head to the center to ease tension from your neck. So rather this variation or more advanced one like that, if you're comfortable. Coming back to the center and come back to Dandasana. Then we're gonna do the other side. I'll just change myself to this side here. Bend your left knee. Bring the heel towards the brick, towards the groin. Push to the ground to lift the chest. Raise your right arm. Inhale, lift and turn to your left. Bring the elbow outside the knee. Engage knee and elbow, engaging against each other. Inhale, lift. Push the right shoulder blade into the body. Lift and turn. Every inhalation you lift. Every exhalation you turn even more. Every now and then, check on the front foot. If the foot still working firm in Tadasana. And opportunity to give the neck a bit of a rest. So really in all the twists, we need to watch the neck. Even if you're comfortable with the upper body, the trunk, to turn more, but maybe there is a neck issue which you need to make sure you don't turn the head too far. Come back to the center all together, and from here we go straight to Shavasana. Opportunity to rest the body, to relax the nerve system. So as you lie down, take your time to give yourself a few adjustments here. Even if you can tilt the pelvis that way and push the body flesh away from you towards the heels, let the toes to drop to the side, then the palms up to the ceiling, release the chin down. It's always important to spend a few seconds to adjust the body to be absolutely straight and even. And when you're ready, you can close your eyes and just let go completely. You can scan the body from the top to the bottom, going through all sorts of various parts of the body and feel how relaxed they are. From the crown of the head to the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyes, the lips, bottom jaw loose a little bit. The neck is soft. The shoulders, the arms, all the way to the tip of the fingers. In the back, the shoulder blades on the ground like two plates away from each other. Sacrum on the ground. The hips soft. Legs resting after all this hard work of the standing postures, the thighs, the hamstring, gentle pressure on the calves, the shins at the front, the heels on the ground, feet to the toes, to the tip of the toes, the whole body soft and relaxed. Even just a few minutes of relaxation can be good. When you're ready to come out of the pose, don't rush. Start slowly to open your eyes and move a little bit, fingers and toes, wriggling fingers and toes. Give yourself a kind of a chill out stretch if you like. When you're ready, bend the knees to the chest and roll from side to side, just to massage your back and coming in your own time, coming up and Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much, and maintain your regular practice. Nothing can be better than a good yoga session. Take care. Bye for now.